How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel. Imagine I put the thumbnail up to talk about Daniel Ek and Stan Kroenke, and in the last hour or so, news has broke that Mr. Granit Xhaka might be being offered a new contract. I'm not sure which headline I should start with. I think let's just talk about the Daniel Ek and Stan Kroenke one. It is only a report from the Sun newspaper, so I would take it with a pinch of salt, but it's still worth mentioning because of how important this issue is to a lot of us. And then we'll move on to the Granit Xhaka new contract nonsense that I've been reading, but we'll see. There's 100 people here already. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Please do that. Get the likes up as quick as possible before the video ends. And yeah, make sure this is an engaging one. Get your thoughts, questions, and all of that in the chat. I'll make sure I go through it at regular intervals to see what the people are saying. I hope everyone is well, man, and love for the love as always. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on in the chat. A lot of Xhaka comments, and we got Stan Kroenke in the building saying, calm down and trust the process. Imagine that. We've got Hakan here. He says, while we are treated like a profit machine by Stan and his clan, Arsenal will never get the glory days back. Led by uncaring owners and managed by a rookie manager who is clearly out of his depth. Thank you for the chat, Hakan. Josh, I see you there, my guy. And Stan Kroenke goes on to say a Xhaka contract will be the end of Arteta. I think he came out of his persona there for a second and made a comment from his own fans' perspective rather than the persona he's putting on there. Love Omar, I see you there, my guy. Concept says, I want him gone by the end of the summer transfer window. It doesn't move on. If it doesn't move on from the dead woods. And Damien back again. Turkish, if Xhaka isn't sold, then I'm going to skip this season. Jokers. Man like Jaminio says, I'd honestly prefer to steam grill my own face than watch Xhaka play another game for us. Only Arsenal would renew his contract. AJM, with a different perspective here. Granit is a leader, looks after the young ones better with Partey. He is overhated because he makes mistakes, which he should improve at 28 years of age. I doubt there's going to be an improvement on that, AJM, but you can cross your fingers and hope. I stand with him, and I will fucking voice my own opinion. I'm not sure why you swore there, my guy. I'm not sure why you're that emotional about it all, but I assume you might be Swiss or you might be from the country that Granit Xhaka's from and you want to support him no end. But come on, let's take those goggles off for a second, like I had to do with Mesut Ozil. And let's be real. Let's be real. We need to sell him. We need to sell him this transfer window. But yet again, it seems like it's not going to be done. Big up Turkish and everyone in the chat. I hope you're all good. Arsenal is paying, but can't let go. And CS says, throw the laptop out the window and call it a day. On second thought, revert to your previous position of not giving a fuck. I don't think I ever left that position, really, but I know what you're saying. I'm sick. I'm truly on the brink of losing all my shit. Where are we at? Sorry, this chat just went. Yeah, there we are. Let me catch up with it. Khalid says, as a diehard fan, criticizing is all I've been doing the last couple of years. And at this point, it's more funny than frustrating. Arsenal being Arsenal. Well, Khalid, I'm sure you've heard me over the past few years, and it pretty much feels the same way on my end. It feels like it's non-stop moaning, a non-stop roundabout to pain, you know. Big up Saba. He says, big up Turkish, bro. I hope everyone in the chat and all the mods, big up. I think you should just throw your laptop. I think I should have done the same thing, to be honest. But it's been a little while since I've done one of these ones one-on-one with you guys on my channel. So it had to be done. It had to be done. And yeah, prayers for Turkey. That wildfire looks mad. People have lost their lives. It's going through many a city. It's going through my family's city as well. So over in Adana. So prayers go out to everyone over in Turkey, and hopefully they can resolve that situation. Morning Turkish, says Jake. Well, it's afternoon over here, but hope you're good, my guy. Sebastian with the super chat. Big up Turkish, my guy. Whenever you're on, it makes more sense. My guy, Sebastian, appreciate the love, but I don't think I could make sense of this Xhaka new contract for you, I'll be honest. It's a difficult one to make sense of. It's a very difficult one to make sense of. Original T says, what do you think about our third kit? I honestly think it's shit. I see it getting a lot of love, but I think I look at it and I don't see Arsenal, if that makes sense. I look at it and I just see a mess. I get it. I get what they're trying to play off, but they've completely ruined the lightning bolt kind of, vintage theme they're going for. So that's my opinion. What does everyone in the chat think of that new third shirt? Am I the only one that thinks it's shit? But I've said this before, I don't see none of these new shirts they bring out as real. They're as good as a fake to me, because they just manipulate the fans and use colors that, that were not associated with, to try and get more people on board on the fashion side. Let me see what people are saying. Let me scroll down just to see. Dead shit. Only the yellow kit is good. It's not like the one behind you, says Original T. It's definitely not like that one behind me. I don't even know how they looked at those ones and throughout those years and took the bolts and made what they did this season. With the bruised banana kit last season, even with that one, it was all right. It was all right. But it had nothing on the vintage one. It had nothing on what they was trying to replicate. Similar to this one here. It's even worse than the bruised banana replica that we had last season. This one doesn't remind me of no Arsenal kit. It doesn't remind me of Arsenal full stop. It's a fashion kit, but shit, says Gordon. The yellow kit looks like piss. It's a fashion kit, yeah. Third kit are shit in general, but not really. When we had Puma and our third kit was the gold one, that was all right. When we had Puma and our third kit was... Actually, no, Puma's was quite dead, actually. The gold one was the only one. And listen, even the third kits of years gone by, I don't associate them to Arsenal Football Club, but that blue and pink kit was visually nice. The blue with the pink stripes, it was visually nice. Now, what the fuck has pink got to do with Arsenal? I don't know either, but visually, as a piece of clothing, I think that third kit was nice. But this one, visually, as a piece of clothing, forget Arsenal for a sec, shit. Honestly. Let me just go scroll back up quickly. How can every Arsenal fan know what we need and in what order, but the guys getting paid to are clueless? Make it make sense. I like that make it make sense is going around, because that's something that Arsenal fail to do window after window after window. And it does feel like that. It feels like some of the fans know better what we need and what we should be doing than some of the people in charge. Hence why on News Daily the other day, when people are saying, do I know more than Arteta and Edu? I can't stand here chest out say I know more. They've been within football for a long, long time. But what I can do is judge their actions and judge what they've done with the time they've had at the club and say, well, I probably could have done better than this. And I can say that with my chest. There's players out there that, even look, Areola, for example, he went to West Ham, I believe, on loan. We're looking for a backup goalkeeper. We're being linked to 30, 40 million Ramsdale. Areola's played, at the highest level. Backup, why not? Obviously he got relegated with Fulham? I think he got relegated with Fulham. But regardless, if we're going for a backup keeper, why the hell are we going for 30, 40 million Ramsdale when there's a free loan signing? We can bring him for a year, see what Leno's really about this season, whether he wants to be the number one or he wants to go, and get that mess sorted instead of committing yourself to another average keeper and hoping for the best in 4 or 5 years. There's no forward thinking with this club. There's no fucking, project planning. They can tell us trust the process, and the process is obviously a project. But if we can't see milestones, if we can't see where it's going, it's hard to trust it. Big up Rocky Nico. If you don't know Rocky Nico, then just search Supporters Club Rocky Nico. Me and him done one a few weeks ago. He's a vintage shirt seller from around the way, local to the club, always has been, loves the club. And if you want vintage shirts, then go over. Tomorrow there's a drop at 2 p.m. and he's got a lot of good shirts there. And I'm weary to tell you guys to go over because I want a couple of those shirts and I'm just increasing the competition for them. But I've got a couple under my belt from Rocky, and you got to spread the wealth around and hope that people jump on the vintage wave rather than this commercial wave that Arsenal keep on throwing out to us. We all know Adidas are pulling on fan strings 100%. Every season they're pulling out something from the past. Every season. The canon this season was one way. Apart from my Hey lenders, there's not one player who will represent the shirt with their all, unlike Bergkamp, Wrighty, etc. And I completely agree. I'm tempted to add Tierney into that, on top of the Hey lenders, but I know where you're coming from, Rocky. 100%. I know where you're coming from. The experienced players at this club, they don't know what it takes to become a great, to become a legend, to put us back to where we really belong. My bro, I hope you're good. What are you saying about games? Are you going to any games this season? We'll link up if anything. I couldn't care less about the kits. We need to see movement on the pitch. We definitely need to see movement on the pitch, on and off the pitch, and on the pitch itself. Like, a style of play wouldn't fucking go amiss this season. We've all been scrambling to find a style of play over the last since Wenger's gone. Under Emery and under Arteta, we've all been at loggerheads trying to understand the style of play we're going for. 3 years after Wenger, was still going into a season where, in reality, we don't really know the formation, the style of play, the type of transition required. Is it central? Is it through the fullbacks? It's all up in the air. So we definitely need to see some movement, and I completely agree with you there, my guy. Hope you're well in a family and all that. Make it make sense. Every time I see that, I think of Arsenal. Make it make sense. Let's see. Ashton says, Nike make the best. Well, Nike and Adidas have made some classics. I won't dismiss Adidas because they're, making a mockery of fans now. But in the past, Adidas have pulled a few gems out of the bag, to say the least. I would agree Nike are top in terms of vintage kits and what I look at and the era I grew up in and what I remember. Turkish, I'm tired, and I would recommend going to sleep, but I don't think it's that sort of tired you are. I think you're tired of the club and you're frustrated and you're angry and all of that. Yeah, my bro will definitely make some games. I'll DM you, my guy. Yeah, do that, man. Do that, 100%. DM me on Twitter now and I'll get back to you. It's pronounced as Nike, says Agent E, but over here in London we say Nike. I don't care about how it's pronounced anywhere else. It's not like it's a word from another country. Well, it is, but from another language that I need to pronounce now. Nike, whatever. Don't remind me of this line. Every time I hear this line, yeah, I'm tired of being tired of being tired. Every time I hear that line from Baby, I just think, my guy, you must support Arsenal, man. You just hit me right there. Right there, like, might have to listen to that tune after. And another one is Nines. When Nines said, I wonder if Arsenal will ever win the league, yeah, sometimes I just go to that song and I fast forward it to that line and I just play it. I wonder will Arsenal ever win the league? Reload it. I wonder will Arsenal ever win the league? And then I just cut off the tune and just go about my day. At least I know there's other people in the same mindset as me. Let's see what Peter's saying. Big up Turkish. Come on, Ramsdale is just a bit better than Runnison. That surely tells everyone that the goalkeeping coach needs to be fired ASAP. Well, at Arsenal, things can work in the opposite way. Last season, we actually done well with defending set pieces. And what do? We get rid of the set piece coach and we bring in a new one. So maybe you have to do well to be released, and maybe you have to perform poorly to maintain your role and presence at the club. Because it doesn't only go for the fucking goalkeeping coach. You can go for the manager, the director of football, the CEO, and all of the people involved at Arsenal Football Club. Let's see what's going on. Scott says, big up Turkish, always honest. Arsenal are a joke. Third kit is shit. When are we going to sell the dead wood? Get what we can for them. Sell. And that's my point. Get what you can. I'm seeing a lot of nonsense on Twitter about finally Arsenal aren't bending over and they're demanding the value that the player's worth and this and that. The market dictates what the player's worth. Xhaka's 28 years of age. He's just come off what I'd say is a good Euro tournament. Others would say is a great Euro tournament. And a team doesn't want to spend 20 million euros on him. What's that in pounds? About 18, 17 million pounds. A team doesn't want to spend 20 million euros on Xhaka now at 28 in his prime after a good tournament with Switzerland. Yet we're going to give him a new contract, and some fans are saying that's to retain value. I should have thrown my laptop out the window before doing this video, because I'm just going to go around in circles, frustrated. Like, if we give him a new contract, next season he's going to be worth 36 mil or something. We gave Rob Holding a new contract in January. Before the new contract, Rob Holding was probably worth about 10, 15 mil. We gave him a new contract. Guess what? He's worth about 10, 15 mil. I just don't know, man. I just don't know. And this is our own fans making these excuses. These are our own fans saying, crediting Arsenal for not bending over for Roma in a deal for Xhaka. But the same fans bend over every day for Kroenke. So it's like, I just don't get it. Yes, this club didn't bend over for Roma. We didn't bend over. We stood firm and we demanded what we demand, and that's it. Next day, that same person bends over for a new kit, bends over for a new link to a new name. And I just think, hold on, you're giving credit for the club for not bending over, and then your back is arched every day for the club. Flipping hell. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And I think after years of doing this now, there's some people that I just can't talk to about the real issues that I believe go on at Arsenal Football Club. There's some people that there's no point in me talking to, because it'll just get me more and more angry. I'm just going to scroll up the chat again because I went off on a little tangent there. KG says, I don't want to hear a bad word about Adidas. Great company. My guy, you was in the advert for that, innit? But you see with the Leeds fans and the way Leeds, are going, and the ownership, the manager, the atmosphere, the morale. Listen, when all that's running smoothly, then things like, an Adidas video, kit launch, and, fancy graphics and editing, that's all welcome. That's all good and, proper. So big up you for, your place in that advert and what's happening over at Leeds right now. Hope you're good as well, my guy. Oh, I already read this comment out. Nike sounds harder though. Says Jonik. Oh, I think we're still talking about how to pronounce Nike over there. Jashar says, big up Turkish, just got off a work call. Forget the haters. How's everything going? Everything's good, If I just take myself out of the Arsenal thing for a sec, everything's good. I am sorry I haven't done more content for my channel throughout the summer, but at the same time, you all know that, I've just become a father in January, and actually he was 6 months a couple of days ago. And I've just been enjoying, any spare time I get, I just want to be with little man. So although I am sorry for not bringing out more content, life's just so good at the moment, and I'm just so content, and I'm just so happy that any moment I can get with my son, I'm taking it, and I'm loving it, and I'm enjoying it, and it is what it is. I have got big plans coming for this coming season, set shows, set times, obviously the big 6 twice a week, obviously Real Recognize Real, me and Rants will be back. We'll have the review and the preview, sorry. And we'll have another podcast with me and a few others, Jess from She Knows Arsenal and a couple other special guests weekly. We'll bring that to you, a breakdown of all the topics and whatnot. But Jashar, aside from Arsenal, life is good, as Future likes to say. Life is good. Ben says there's absolutely nothing advanced agreed between Willian and Al Ali, not even contact or talks. Willian is still thinking about leaving Arsenal in the next days. Fabrizio Romano, my guy, the season ended 23rd of May. It's the 30th of July. And Willian is still, what did he say? Thinking about leaving in the next few days. All of these things is just nonsense to me. Because I just have to put myself in that situation. If I don't want to be somewhere and I'm contemplating it, surely I decide that in the first 2-3 weeks I can. Not 8, 9, 10 weeks after the season's ended with 2 weeks, you know, coming to, it's just mad. It's just mad coming to the season start. I actually don't get it. Sorry, what's happened to this page now? This thing just gone mad. I don't know what's going on with the chat, people, but all the chat has just kind of disappeared. But it's slowly coming back now. Love it, Turkish. Family first. You must savor every moment. I hope little man is doing well. Yeah, so well, man. My guy's in 9 to 12 months clothing already. It's mad what's going on. He's a big little man, that's for sure. But blessed, man, blessed. You know, I feel blessed. And you know what a lot of parents like to say about, you know, life changes and all of that, and you can't put it into words. It's true, you can't put it into words. And it's not necessarily life that changes, but inside has changed for me. Inside has changed in terms of, obviously I've got, you know, a number one priority now, and that's him. But inside is just, in my heart, my brain, you know, you just feel different. You feel different, and yeah, what a blessing. Let me just go see. Dane says, big up Turkish. Deluded brought me here. Love Deluded. Come on, my guy. Hope you're good. I don't know if he's in the chat, actually. Me and Deluded, it's been a little while since we've done a video. And it's my fault, to be honest. It's my fault. I need to shout him and get it going. But like I said, anytime I get home, sometimes I've got videos planned. Like I should have done this video yesterday. But when I get home and I just see him there and he just gassed to see me, I'm just like, yo, forget the videos for a sec, man. I've been at AFTV doing videos all day. Yeah, that's it. Perspective alters, things become clearer. 100%. That's probably the best way to put it. And even then, to people that aren't parents yet, they probably wouldn't understand it until it happens. Like for me. Hi, Turkish. Love from India. Do you have any hope for us this season in terms of league position? Love your shows on AFTV as well. Thank you for that. Love for the love as always. And I guess if you mean hope for this season in league position, I guess you mean top 4, because if it isn't top 4, then it isn't anything that I want. I don't think we can get top 4 this season. And I say that even with a influx of signings over the next 4 weeks. I just feel like even if we did the necessary overhaul, which had to be robust and quick and in bulk, we would have needed that season to transition and gel the new players, because it would have been a heap of change in the squad. But we haven't even done that. So the fact we haven't done that, and we're at the opposite end of the spectrum, where if you look at the team and the squad we had at the end of last season and the team and the squad we have coming into this season, how can I predict any more than 6th to 10th again? It's very difficult. Very difficult. Yeah, he did say the same thing a few weeks ago, man. This is why I say about Chris Wheatley, Fabrizio Romano, Charles Watts. Yes, they know more than the average Joe, but they only know what the clubs and the agents tell them. And the clubs and the agents have agendas. They want to paint a picture in the way they want to paint it, whether that's to increase the value of their own player, or whether that's to protect their own player or cause problems for another team or another player. You know, it's all agendas, and they're fed through the most reliable sources of in the knows, which happen to be Romano, Wheatley, and Charles Watts for Arsenal, let's say. But in all honesty, it's not gospel. What it is, it's opinions passed, it's agendas passed on. For example, Fabrizio Romano said that a few weeks ago with Willian. He'll decide in the next few days. Here we are, end of July. My man's still deciding in the next few days, having played a couple games for us now. If he's still deciding whether he's staying here or not, why the fuck is he playing? Why is he playing? Don't make sense to me. And then you have Chris Wheatley. One day he says Runnison to Altai is all done. You know, it's set to go. The next day, Chris Wheatley says Runnison to Altai is done. It's not done. It's, you know, finished. You know, it's cancelled, whatever, scrapped. So, you know, pinch of salt, people. Pinch of salt. Let me go back up. That was some good news when it first broke, says El Jefe. That was some good news when it first broke. When those 5 names were mentioned by Fabrizio Romano towards the end of the season, saying, you know, we're going to move on from them, or we're looking to move on from them. And now here we are. Who have we moved on from that list? I think that list was Bellerin, Xhaka, Willian, Leno, and someone else. And I forgot there's someone else, but the 4 I've mentioned we haven't moved on from. Oh yeah, we had topics to cover today. I'm all here in the chat and whatnot. Bro, I beg you go and find a wedding to crash or something. I beg you, someone needs a groomsman somewhere in North London. And if you're available, yeah, I'm telling you, just go there, pull up, sharp suit, Tobes, and do your thing, man. You know what you're doing at them events anyway. My guy's at me on Twitter, he's in my YouTube channel. Someone call Toby, man. If you need a best man, a groomsman, even just someone to come in for vibes, Toby's available, man. He's available. He comes cheap too. Just feed him and it's good. Give him a nice plate of what you got over there and it's good. My guy. Turkish, give 3 positives going into the new season. First positive is we got a new centre-back partnership, and that is a positive. Trust me, after years of fucking Mustafis and Koscielnys and Mertesackers and all of these, man. Yeah, finally, we got a centre-back partnership that I've got renewed faith in that they might be something. That's one positive. Second positive is we've renewed the contracts of a lot of young talent going into this season and over the last 12 months, especially Emil Smith-Rowe and Kieran Tierney this summer. That's 2 positives. This is where I struggle. And to be honest, I've probably surprised a lot of you guys with 2 positives. You probably didn't think I'd pull out 1, but that is 2 positives. But let me think of a third right now on the spot. We've got the centre-back partnership out the way. We've got the contracts out the way. I'll be honest, I don't think there's a third positive. I think that's the only 2 positives we can work with. Mark says number 3, hopefully fans back. I want to say yes, but it could be a no. You know, it could be a no. We could go back to games in the first 6 games. We've won 1 and, you know, why do you want to be there? You know, why do you want to be there? So I get it. You know, that first game back is going to be very exciting, very, you know, especially Brentford away. And then it's going to be a home game against Chelsea. Away games are always lively. London derbies are always lively. So the first few, and then Man City. So the first few games have got something about them. But results and performances determine happiness, atmosphere, passion, commitment. So if I go into another season in the first couple of months, it's a mess again, then I can't put that on the list, Mark. I can't put that on the list. We'll see, though. We'll see how it goes. That's true. No hiding for the manager and owners, but they've hid in plain sight before. They was hiding in plain sight for years with Wenger, and there was nothing we could do about it. Mr. Ray says, I'm not ready to write Ober off after the first bad season in his career, to be honest. Nor am I, but like I said, the next 6 months is vital for him. Yeah, Collar back in the team. Well, put a C there because I'd rather Coca-Cola back in the team than fucking that Collar, but it is what it is. Did you see your owner pattern up his NHL franchise, Colorado Avalanche, to remain cup contenders? They made moves. Well, apparently he makes moves here and there with his American franchises and whatnot. And that leads Arsenal fans to tell me, you know, our turn will come. The fuck is this talk about turn? I'm not waiting for our turn. All or nothing. Let's get into the topics anyway. Let's start with Daniel Ek since we are half an hour in. Hit the like button if you haven't, people. 600 plus watching. How many likes we're on? Wait, where are we? We're not even on 200 likes. I don't know what's going on out there, but hit the like button, people. So where was I? All right. So like I said at the beginning of the video, this is the Sun, and we know what the Sun's about, nonsense, and we know the Sun isn't to be trusted, but everyone's talking about it. They said it's an exclusive. I'm going to touch on it with a pinch of salt. And they said, billionaire businessman Kroenke and son Josh, who own a sporting empire in the US, maintained they did not want to sell up in North London. Yet Kroenke, the NFL, and the other owners are being sued by the city of St. Louis in a case which could cost over 700 million in compensation. I've heard billion plus, but yeah. If Kroenke is forced to find that cash, Arsenal fan Ek is hoping he might succeed with the bid. A judge in the States has ruled he wants to see financial records of NFL team owners, including Kroenke. to rule out fraudulent behavior. Now, I don't know where I saw it, but yesterday I don't know whether it was leaked calls or leaked quotes where apparently between the Kroenke'S and the NFL, there was talk of when Kroenke bought the land in LA, that he was building it for that particular purpose, but it had to be kept under the radar because obviously moving clubs and whatnot is against some sort of rules. So if that is the case and that has been exposed, then yeah, they're in big trouble. But if this is what it comes from, and by this I mean the Sun newspaper, then again, pinch of salt and fingers crossed that they're not often right, but the Sun are actually right with this one, because I know Daniel Ek is still waiting in the wings. I haven't dismissed him. I haven't looked down upon him because he's been quiet over the last few weeks. Listen, this is a chess game. You know, he's already pissed Kroenke off with the way he came in. Us fans have already pissed Kroenke off with the way we've, you know, been aggressively protesting about him and his ownership. But Daniel Ek has said it's going to be a long journey. If the man says it's going to be a long journey, then after 2 months, we can't be vexed if he's no longer speaking. What do we want him to do? Come out every Wednesday and talk? Yes, I'm still interested in buying Arsenal. Thank you, guys. Then people will, you know, accuse him of, you know, PR and trying to manipulate Arsenal fans and gain more followers and whatnot. You know, so it's like a lose-lose situation. I just feel like if you can remain balanced with this one, level-headed, let's not criticize or put pressure on Daniel Ek, and let's not eliminate the possibility of another man coming or a woman coming out of nowhere to put a bid in for this club. Because Daniel Ek came out of nowhere, who knows what Tom, Dick or Harry might come out next. Jashar with the super chat. Love Jashar. Appreciate that, my bro. Let's see what you're saying. Big up Turkish. I don't understand the hope the fans have for being competitive in the transfer market. When competition is not the driver for the club's owners, nothing has changed. Kroenke'S out. 100%. 100%. You know, I tweeted a couple of things last week and got abused left, right, and center for it on Twitter, and I got told to wait and be patient. But in 2019, I was told to wait and be patient. I was told the kit launch protest was too early. In 2020, be patient, you know, wait. And the Thomas Partey deal blindfolded everyone again. Here we are in 2021. You know, some people blame COVID and whatnot, but then I look at that and I say Kroenke throughout COVID has made profit. You know, I saw some figures over about 6 weeks ago, maybe a couple of months ago, where he made profit over the last 18 months from his various businesses and enterprise, whatever. So again, the COVID impact doesn't really hold firm for me in this argument for Kroenke to be more aggressive as an owner. Nothing's changed. Absolutely nothing's changed. We started this transfer window losing out to Aston Villa for Buendia. Then we went to Ben White, and it's taken us 7 weeks to get that one over the line, even though no one else is interested, even though it's an English club, even though the player wants to come and all of that, you know, everything, every box is ticked apart from getting it over the line. And with 2 weeks to go, it's going to be announced today or tomorrow or Monday, whenever they feel like it's commercially best to announce it. And then, you know, that's going to be our only starting 11 signing going into the Brentford game. Love Jashar for the super chat though, man. Don't El Jefe start that Daily Star and all that. Listen, like I said with the Sun, I'm only reading it because it's been talked about all over Twitter. I'm not here to talk about the Sun, Daily Star, or none of these nonsense media franchises that essentially are being run by the same corrupt individuals to feed the same types of news to the population, to the masses. So on that note, fuck the Sun and the Daily Star and all of them that go with it. His wife is Walmart IRS. She probably ate more from the pandemic than anyone outside of mask-making companies, for fuck's sake. Yeah, that's part of it too. Imagine I didn't even think of that. I just looked at the Kroenke'S figures, Stan Kroenke'S figures, with his wife included. Kofi says, Lokonga is surely starting 11 well. With the news that Xhaka might get a new contract, mate. I don't know if you saw that, but just search Google Xhaka contract, and apparently the Athletic are reporting, Amy Lawrence from the Athletic, that we might be giving him a new contract. So, tough one. Mark says, I've supported this club since 1986, a couple of years before I was born. This is the worst position I've seen the club in. Josh said they would do whatever it took to make the club successful. Does that include selling? Very good point, Mark. And I remember when he did say that, I think it was on the fans forum about doing whatever it takes to make the club successful. I remember saying the same thing to myself. Well, sell us then, because that's the only thing. Because you guys don't even know how to make us successful, even if you wanted to. The challenge we're facing right now is whether they want to make this club successful. They might turn around and actually show they want to, but then it becomes a point of competence, and they're not competent enough. They don't know enough about football to do it. And that's not me saying they need to do it themselves. They need to hire the right people to do it. But the fact that they held on to Wenger and Gazidis for so long, the fact that since Wenger's and Gazidis has gone, it's been such a mess in and around head coach, manager, head coach, Raul, Vinay, Sven Mislintat, Edu. Like, it's just all over the gaff. They're not competent enough. So even if they do want to, and we can believe that they want to change, they don't know how to change. They don't know how to run a successful football club. Let me go up. Ben, my guy, we need to link up soon as well, bro. I hope the little ones are good, man. But we definitely need to link up. It's been a long time, and it's been too long. Yo, Turkish, I'm hearing Xhaka is getting a new contract, bro. I haven't even got into that part of the video yet. I'm going to read the Athletic article about it. I'm dreading it. How far are we in? 36 minutes in, 700 people live. What are we on? 230 likes. Not good enough, but what can we do? There we go. Bro, at the end of the day, they don't give a shit. Aaron says, big fan, Turkish. Keep up the great work, bro. Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate that, my guy. Taylor in the building. 700 watching. Get the likes up, people. Mr. PKA says Xhaka's contract, well, regarding Xhaka's contract, it's probably Arsenal trying to force Roma's hand, but we will end up lumbered with him when they walk away. Now, this is my thing. You know, it's all good and well trying to, you know, use the art of manipulation in our favor, not against the fans now, because they've used that art perfect. They manipulate the fans perfectly. They know how to do that. No end. Yeah. Fans, customers, they look at them the same. They know how to deal with customers. They're looking at us as customers. That's how they feel like. But this transfer window, for example, on One Football, and again, not a very credible source, but on One Football, there was an article that said Arsenal this summer have been utilizing and manipulating the media and releasing drops of information to try and either force hands or sway choices and whatnot. And the example they gave was when Emile Smith-Rowe's contract and Aston Villa's, you know, couple bids came in. All of a sudden, Maddison Rumour comes out of nowhere, and you know, the number 10 Rumour and whatnot. And apparently, according to One Football and the person that wrote this, that was done to push Emile Smith-Rowe to sign a new contract. Now, you know, I know clubs do use and manipulate the media like that. Maybe they did do that. But if they did do that, then they're also messing with fans, because you can't drop out Maddison like that and not expect fans to get excited and then all of a sudden go back, you know, and give the contract and then no Maddison. It doesn't work like that, you know. So they need to be very careful with the way they're doing things, but they don't care. They don't care. I say they need to be very careful, but if you don't care, then you don't need to be careful. You can just do what you want to do. Come on, Ginny. Hope you're good. All good over here, my guy. To clear the decks, we just need to take this hit on Xhaka type Wenger players. We do. And I need to stop hearing like we're trying to seek full value. What is full value for Bellerin? What is full value for Xhaka? Shall I tell you what full value for Xhaka and Bellerin for me as an Arsenal fan is? Full value is them, not as Arsenal players. That's full value for me. Full value is seeing them in other kits next season. That's all the value I need as an Arsenal fan. And listen, people can argue with me 15 and 20 mil. 5 mil ain't going to fucking change nothing at Arsenal Football Club. I'd rather take the hit on 5 mil than be lumped with another season with the same players that have been complicit in this demise. You know? That's my true value for these players. My true value is seeing them in other kits. Roma's waiting. They are waiting. Just go over there and sort it out. Let me releasing nonsense on the Athletic. Let's go to the Athletic and talk about it quickly. I'm going to whiz through. How long is this article? Fuck me, it's a story nearly. All right, let me whiz through this article. I'm not going to read that first. Xhaka's 28 years. Wait. Perhaps after everything, Jose Mourinho and Roma turns out to be nothing more than a red herring. Arsenal are preparing to offer Granit Xhaka a new contract this summer, which would extend the Swiss captain's time at the club beyond the emotionally charged 5 years he has spent at the heart of midfield. When Xhaka's the heart of your midfield, no wonder we're dying. Xhaka is 28 years old and his stock spiked after an excellent display for his country at Euro 2021. While Arsenal gave consideration to a sale, that has not so far been matched by bids of sufficient consequence. With that in mind, and balancing up the amount of money necessary to replace him versus the qualities he brings both on and off the pitch, qualities which have been well regarded by every manager he has ever played for, Arsenal have come around to the idea that retaining him could be an efficient solution during what they hope will be solution. How can a solution be what you have? How can a solution? What's going on? This thing is making me sick. I'm trying to think of like an example of what's going on. How can something be part of the problem at the end of the season or throughout the season, and then 6 weeks later, there's an article here saying Arsenal have come around to the idea that retaining him could be an efficient solution. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Let me continue, man, because this article's long. Then White announced, someone said, I'll check that in a sec, man. I've even lost where I am. Efficient solution, that's where I am. It's all very well for critics to insist moving on from Xhaka is necessary to move on stylistically, but Arsenal can only operate according to market forces. Does this woman work for the club or something? Because it sounds like she's talking to me. It's all very well for critics to insist, and it sounds quite condescending. His current deal was signed in 2018, a few months after Wenger left, and there's 2 years left to run, so there is an element of the club protecting their asset. Yes, you're protecting an asset that, you know, in a summer where he had a great tournament for Switzerland, he's not even being bought for 20 mil. Yeah, what an asset. Yeah, because in 2 years, he's 30 years of age. So regardless of a good tournament or a great season, he's 30 years of age. Try get 40, 50, 60 mil for him then. What am I even saying? 40, 50, 60 mil. Am I mad? Addressing the centre of midfield has been a key issue for some time, with changing the technical makeup of that area deemed key to a faster and more progressive game plan. Even before this window opened, it felt as if Xhaka's departure would prompt a reset in that department. The arrival of Albert Sambi Lokonga is regarded as promising, but given his youth, a more authoritative and experienced option has also been chased. Locatelli always looked ambitious, and Neves was a name in the mix early in the window before fading into the background. Xhaka was under no illusions that a for sale sign was hung on his peg this summer, even though he was always happy to stay. If that is how it now turns out, it frees Arsenal up to attend to the multiple other deals they are hoping to make happen. This article is jarring. Yada, 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 yeah, whatever. That, of course, brings to the crux of Xhaka's divisive experience at Arsenal. He is capable of excellence. I'm done. Let me just whiz through this article quickly. Yeah, I'm done. He is capable of excellence. I might actually fucking unsubscribe from Athletic. This woman, she said he is an efficient solution, then talk down about critics of him, and then says, I'm not even opening it back up. She said something about excellence. Not having it. Sorry, if you don't want me to carry on reading that, I'm not reading it. I'm done. I'm actually angry at post reading that. How can reading something make you angry? Have I got problems or what? How can reading something make me angry? I'm still stuck on that efficient solution thing. I'm just stuck on that efficient solution thing. But let's see what the chat's saying, people. Let's see what people are saying, man. Sorry for the moments of silence, people, but sometimes I just gotta think to myself and gather my thoughts before I say the wrong thing. This is live, you know. I get a lot of views, so I don't want to say the wrong thing and you never see me again. But fuck me. Efficient solution. Man said your hat matches the third kit. Fam, imagine the third kit was all black with thunderbolts like that. The third kit will be cold. This hat is better than the third kit. Oh, she's on the Arsenal page. Well, Amy. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then there's your answer. There's your answer for that sort of wording, you know? I subscribed early on because early on I thought to myself, they're coming out with very like good articles with substance and interesting. But over the last few months, it's like they've realized that their subscribers or their views or their, you know, readers are dwindling, and it feels like they're just chasing now. They're chasing like all the other media streams and whatnot. So yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I shouldn't be subscribed. Serge, you hit me. Yeah, I did, you know. You did Serge Designs, my guy. I'm gonna message you today. You see Twitter, I go on it and then I'll come off it for days. And then I'll go on it again and I'm off it again. Like, it's just, the more time I spend on that app, the more, you know, vex I get. Big up Turkish. Arsenal under the Kroenke'S is the problem, not you. You're speaking facts. Thank you, Joshua. I wish everyone thought the same. And if everyone thought the same, then we'd get these owners out. But hey, some people still think I'm more of a problem than Stan Kroenke. Crazy. Crazy. I'm still getting threats about going to games and that as well. Little do they know that I'm giving this club until October, because come October, when they're saying you need double jab and vaccine passport and all that, listen, Kroenke nearly made me hand my season ticket back in. If they start saying double jab without no clear evidence that this vaccine does anything, you know, great, then between Kroenke and COVID, you're not going to see my Arsenal games no more. You're not. Because I just envisioned that come close to October, we're not going to be doing what we should be doing in the league. And, you know, like, why would I go take that risk? And people, that's just my opinion on the COVID vaccine and whatnot. You can make your own opinion up on it. I just don't know enough. I've tried to learn about it, but even the articles I read about it, it still doesn't tell me enough. It's still very up in the air. I've had it. I've got over it. Easy. You know, I know it affects other people differently, but I just feel like, you know, it could do more harm than good. Ollie B says, I got a letter from the NHS saying there's lots of variants, so get the vaccine, but it doesn't protect well against other. They're just trying now. They're just trying to, you know, hit the. I feel like they're just doing it now so that they can be like, oh, we've got 100% of the population vaccinated. We're the first ones in the world to do it. Look at Great Britain and how great we are. I just feel like that's what they're trying to push. Like, you know, a lot of young people don't want to get it. Like, come on, my mom's got it, my nan's got it, you know, my granddad's got it. It was their choice. Am I vexed with them for getting it? Not really. Like, they know my concerns about it, but it's their choice. And touch wood, they're good. But I've heard bad things about it too. Speaking of mum, let me just message my mum back now. Are you home? Yep, just doing a vid. Sorry, people. She just wants to come see her grandson and that. Get that one out of the way. What's the time? 2:20. I'm going to give it another 10 minutes or so, then I'll pass it over to Curtis, who's going live at 2:30 for him to do his thing as well, for him to get his views and all of that out. Joel says, big up Turkish, been a fan of the club for over 25 years. As much as I love the club, I've grown to hate what we've become. Yeah, And I get Arsenal fans vexed with me saying, have some respect, that you're meant to be one of us, and like the way you talk is disrespectful. But people don't like, I'm not talking about what or for example, you, Joe, as long-serving Arsenal fan, I'm not talking about what Arsenal meant to us. I'm talking about what Arsenal is now. And I've said it before, I support Arsenal Football Club. But over the last years with Kroenke, it is Arsenal Football Company first. The club is hidden behind the company. So when I'm criticizing openly, when I'm aggressive with my criticism, when I'm angry, passionate, it's because at the forefront, it's Arsenal Football Company, not Arsenal Football Club. When I'm growing up and I'm going through it, yes, football clubs are always going to be companies. That's cool. But the club was at the forefront and the company was behind it. The club made the company. Now they're trying to make the club through the company. Wait, have I said that right? Yeah, I've said that right. So when people get leery with me and aggressive with me, saying, have some respect and all of this stuff, and you've got a platform and you can have an effect. Well, I fucking hope I can have an effect. I very rarely talk down about players. When I do, it's the players that we can lay some responsibility on their door. And anytime I do talk, I divert it back to Kroenke. So if people got a problem with me moaning and being aggressive about my opinions on Arsenal Football Company and the owner we have in charge now, then miss me with that. Just talk about it in your own circles. That stop atting me on Insta and atting me on Twitter and YouTube. Just do you, and let me do me. And if you see me, calm. If you want to approach me, calm. Like it's nothing. Ben White is done. Asim has just sent me leaked photos. And KG sent me KG sent me that too. Here we are. Leaked photo. Where's the camera? There we are. So this is what took 7 weeks. Cool. So I assume the videos, the fancy pictures are done. I wonder if they've got the quotes. I wonder if they've got the quotes from Arteta and the quotes from Edu, and we've been looking at him for a long time and chasing him. And listen, I don't want to hear no quotes. Signed, sealed, delivered, on to the next one. But it won't be on to the next one. Big up KG and Asim for keeping me updated during the stream. Am I going to have to do a welcome to Arsenal Ben White video? Am I going to have to do that? Am I bothered to do that? Maybe. I might do it with other people. I might shout a few people and do it together, but we'll see. I don't know enough about him to welcome him, if I'm honest. I'm happy. Because we've got a centre-back partnership that's fresh, that's new. Most people in this chat are on the same page as you, G. Yeah. You'd think that, but in the chat, yeah. But in terms of viewers, there's a lot of people quiet that... Taylor said, no, don't bother with that. To be honest, I haven't bothered with welcome vids with Lokonga and Tavares. And you know what? I don't even think I'm gonna bother with this one either. Even though this is a big signing for us and for me, having a new centre-back, taking Saliba out of my mind for a sec is a necessity. So I'm excited to see that centre-back partnership. So imagine that. I'm excited to see Gabriel and Ben White. But am I excited to see Arsenal? No. What can I say? How the fuck's fans announced him before the club? Turkish, is this the third positive? Nah, because I said Ben White and the new partnership was the first positive. So, Big Six is the best new podcast of the year for football. Oh yeah, there's that football content awards thing. Listen, my own channel and me and whatever, I don't care about. But you see, for Big Six, go and vote for Big Six on Instagram. Football Content Awards, on Twitter, Football Content Awards. Go and vote for the Big Six show. Because in all honesty, I don't care about me and my channel and all of that. But the Big Six is the best football show or the best Premier League football show on the internet. And I'm not a big-headed or braggy sort of person. But like, I rewatched the Big Six and I don't rewatch anything. I don't watch any other channels. I don't, pay mind. But Big Six is entertaining. Steve, Matisse, Toby, Saeed, Grizz, all very different. Go and vote for Big Six on that. football content award stuff. The PR this club put is in full flow. Come on, G, you already voted, my guy. Chin up, Turkish, behind you on the Kroenke'S. You've been right for years. My chin's always up, my guy, and I love the support, man. I love the support. Slowly but surely, the support has grown and grown and grown. Still got some fools in and around, but it is what it is. The 3-pointer says, you're such a negative dude. Cheer up, mate. Obviously, tongue-in-cheek. Maybe do a video when the transfer window is done and dusted. I think that's a good shout. Unless we go and sign a mad name out of nowhere, where I will do a welcome vid. I think a transfer window roundup before the season starts and a transfer window roundup before, just when it finishes, is the best way to go about it. So that's what I'm going to do. I see a lot of people are already voted. Come on, people. Obviously, you can only they only take 1 vote per account, so don't go mad on it. But if you've got a few accounts, yeah, in and out, vote. It is what it is. I'm an Arsenal fan, and Saeed still makes the big 6 for me. The guy is a nutter, absolutely hilarious. And what I love about that is a lot of people come to me with different favorites. You know, I've heard Big Steve, I've heard Saeed, I've heard people like Grizz, I've heard people come to me about Matisse. The last 2 weeks, Tobes hasn't been there. People come to me about Tobes. You know, I feel I'm probably the least favorite on the show for people, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I try and avoid the negative, you know, connotations around Arsenal as much as possible, because as much as I, you know, like to talk the truth, I hate when other fans are, you know, mocking and talking down about us. I hate it. So I try and avoid it, but sometimes you just can't avoid it. Man said, if you have more accounts, go for it. How is honesty negative? I don't know, man. I don't know. Big Steve is clear. Look at that. Stone Cold Steve. I agree. 2 out of 10 so far. And my guy, I know you voted for me already. Come on, G. The certain man I know voted, you know. Someone said Turkish is a fan of himself on his own show. Freddie said you don't talk enough. I don't. You're right. But at the same time, the show was meant to be an hour, and most shows go to an hour and a half. And it's hard. It's hard, especially when your club is not performing how you want them and should be performing. I don't really want to talk too much. I wish I did. You know, I wish last season we went to the Europa League final and won it. You know, I would have been going mad on Big 6. But instead, we get knocked out semi-final to Villarreal, and I got to hold corn. Life, innit? Swear down, H. Come on, G. Come on. At least I'm someone's favourite out there. There we go. Clearly the best. Come on, my guy. Missing. What? You're back, yeah? Come on, G. Best part about the video is your happiness in front of us. My bro. Love for the love, man. It's been a little while since I've seen... Well, it's been... You know, these videos have been very sporadic over the transfer window for me. And like I said earlier, it's because of the little one and me wanting to spend all the spare time I have with him. But I hope you're well, family. I hope life's good, because you've been a big supporter of the channel for a little while now. And trust me, I don't forget names. I don't forget faces. Big fan over here as well. So big up you, Missing. And big up you, GGTV. CS says nothing is better than when Saeed goes in on other clubs, especially when he bags Tobes. You see, Saeed, I'm on to Saeed this season. If you haven't watched Wednesday's Big 6 show, he tried to send some shots to Arsenal. Firstly, he tried to start the video talking about he just wants to win a cup. And then 50 minutes in, he's getting onto Arsenal. I had to remind him that, listen, as shit as we are and as a joke as we have been, we won a cup last year, mate. Yeah, so it's been 4 years for you, man. When's the Relentless Trials? It will be in the next month. Replay Me League starts mid to end September. So in the next 3-4 weeks, I'll maybe not trials, but it'll be an opportunity for some faces to come into the team. This Wednesday, say come for us. I can't wait. Yes, you was there watching, my guy. Come on, you're always watching. He did come for us. But you see, with United, with Tottenham fans, it's like you man don't even know the heights that I've reached as an Arsenal fan. So you lot enjoy over there just laughing. But with Man United, fierce rivalry. And I don't mean the two teams, I mean the fans as well. In school, primary school, secondary school, it wasn't a joke. It wasn't a would scuff over Arsenal United. Fierce rivalry, big debates, passionate debates. And I've still got that about me. So when I see a United fan chatting shit, especially when they haven't won the league for 8 years and their owners are nearly as bad as the Kroenke'S, I've got to remind them, that Man City and Liverpool have cleaned up around them in the past few years. Tottenham could never clean up around us. Okay, Chelsea have. And yes, they are one of our rivals, but Man City and Liverpool to Man United, their man have been clearing up around Manchester and Liverpool and up north and whatnot. Why you, man, are still worried about Arsenal? Coming up to a decade for them, man. And when it is a decade, I can't wait. I might do a special video that day when it is a decade and bring up all the United fans. I might just have Saeed come on, Culture Cam. I might bring Rants on, have a 2-hour live special. How you lot feeling 10 years after your last Premier League trophy? And yeah, they're going to say, but it's been 20 plus for you and whatever. Well, actually, in 2 years, it'll be 19 for us, right? Yeah. So we'll be on the verge of 20. So I guess the year after that, they'll be inviting me on a stream that says 20 fucking years. But here's what it is. You win some, you lose some. Yes, Mustafa. Look, this is it. Straight away, it's coming up to 2 decades for you, man. Do you know why? Mustafa, let me talk to you. You see Man United fans, yeah? When Arsenal fell off, when, let's say 2007, 8, 9. Okay, we were still there or thereabouts. But around 2010, United fans kind of turn around to Arsenal fans saying, Tottenham are going to finish above you this season. You're going to drop out of the top 4 this season. Every summer, United fans were telling me, Tottenham are going to finish above you. You're going to drop out of the top 4 every summer. 2009, 2010, 11, 12, 13, every summer. And guess who was the first club to finish behind Tottenham? United. Guess who was the first one to be in the Europa League and at the top 4? United. So, yes, I know it's going to be 20 years for us, but I've got to remind United fans what they was doing to Arsenal fans in the first 5 to 10 years of our demise. Listen, I'll hold my hands up and say no shame in that, mate. I don't give a fuck. They made me vexed. Those times I was still, very much passionate, still believing that Wenger could change it. In the end, it is what it is. And United fans have got to hold the corn for that. Maybe not you, Mustafa, but Saeed has to, and a couple of my friends from school and growing up have to as well. And they will, regardless of us reaching 20 years. I told them, be prepared. That was my very own Josh Kroenke message to them. I said, be prepared. Because when Fergie goes, welcome. I remember I opened my arms to them. Welcome. Come give me a hug. We're in the same boat now. And they was like, no, we're United. Lo and behold, 8 years. Mark says, good morning, Turkish. Well, morning over there, afternoon over here, evening in some places. Hope everyone is good. I just seen this live. I hope all is well. YouTube's messing around with my thing. It's not alerting people about when I'm going live. It's not putting it out there. I don't know why. I don't know how. It is what it is. I really hope Stan Kroenke sells this club and leaves. I hope he gets sued. Well, he is being sued, and that one looks like it will happen. I don't feel like there is any leg for them to stand on in that relocation case. So, has Mustafa replied again? I'm sure Mustafa knows what I'm talking about, man. Fairs, bro. I knew you know what I'm talking about. Wishing you a good summer, my guy. Big up. Come on, bro. You see, and then you get United fans like that, and it's like, it doesn't make me feel bad, but it's like, see, it's not aimed at you. Because you're cool. But there's some guys that have just, they deserve it. They deserve it. And they'll get it. But Mustafa, come on, G. Come on, G. And with your name, I assume you've had a stressful fucking summer with Turkey at the Euros as well. So I hope the rest as rest of the summer has picked up. What's this here? Sorry, people. Well, we're an hour and 5 minutes in. I'm gonna wrap it up now. Let me just check one thing quickly. Yep, Curtis has gone live. So if you lot want to go over there and continue watching an Arsenal fan that's fed up with what's going on at Arsenal, then head over to Curtis's channel, people. But before you do, hit the like button. You know, get the likes up to 500. There's 850, 900 people here. What's going on? Let me go here. Let me go. What's this roll of the dice guy saying? Who are you talking to? Me or someone else in the chat? Because I don't know what you're talking about. Where's Nocturnal? I just see you there. I thought Man U was a different. We all did. But once you get an owner like the Glazers or Stan Kroenke, you could be any sort of breed. They'll change you to what they want to change you to. Oh, you're talking to me. Oh, well, let me just time you out there, mate, because you're just on a hype talking shit. Trust me. Trust me. If I scroll up, he was saying some nonsense about, what did he say? Because I timed him out, I can't even see what he was saying. They're saying some nonsense. But people, love for the love anyway. We got him out of here. Take care. I'll be back some point this weekend. Big 6 next Wednesday. We've got a couple more Wednesdays left before the season starts, and then we kick back off to the Mondays and Fridays as usual. Hope everyone is well. Take care. Love and peace, people. I'll be back soon enough. Just put your notifications on and you'll be alerted. Peace.